So let's get back to the story that topped that list there, and that is Senex. So it's Roma North deal, as well as its quarterly results out today. Ian Davies is CEO and MD, and he joins us now live. Hey, Ian, welcome to the program. Great to have you here with us again. So first of all, talk to us about the quarterlies, because everything looking pretty positive. I feel like Senex has been on quite the little run lately.
Absolutely. And on the back of quite a significant investment in the Surat Basin in natural gas, $400 million. We've now finished that CapEx program and we're starting to see that free cash flow come through. So you're seeing that come through in the earnings reports, increase in production quarter on quarter, increase in earnings, increase in cash flow. So it's doing exactly what we'd hoped it would.
Performing to your expectations or above, and what areas do you think you could do a little bit better in?
Well, the gas production is 6 months ahead of schedule. We're about 90% of capacity. So with coal seam gas, it ramps up over time as opposed to conventional gas, sort of comes on at 100%. So a little bit different. And it's about 6 months ahead of schedule. The key for us now is taking that large investment that we put in place over 2 years ago. We finished in the middle of COVID, actually, which was interesting. The team did a great job. It's taking that investment now and using what we're calling our hub and spoke infrastructure operating model to expand that infrastructure. And that's what the announcement at Roma North was today.
Yeah, and so detail that $30 million for the Roma North expansion. Look, you're touting the fact that you're going to be creating construction jobs, which is great. And how quickly can this project be brought to fruition and bringing that gas online?
So we already ordered the long lead items a couple of months ago in anticipation of a positive FID today. So they'll be installed Q1 next financial year, so less than a year's time from now, which for a gas infrastructure is actually quite fast. And we'll drill and construct all the gathering networks and all the construction and civils and the like that you need to do in that last quarter of this financial year. So quite near term. And in the meantime, we're going to continue to try to expand our other projects as well. I'll note that at Project Atlas, we were just awarded another piece of land next door, and we expand to increase that project by 50% as well. And that's getting to 18 petajoules a year. That's actually quite a lot of gas.
Is that coming at quite a low cost because of the existing infrastructure for Senex?
Absolutely. So all the money goes in up front into the existing infrastructure, and you have low-cost expansion options, and you hope to prove the gas up over time. And look, the upstream counterparty, so us as an upstream operator, we take quite a lot of risk in bringing that, proving that reservoir up in the hope that customers will back us and we can put gas into the East Coast market. And that's, of course, what the gas-led recovery is all about.
Ian, what's pricing power like there for the company at the present time? Obviously, gas prices have been depressed for a while, but what's it like at the moment? Are you finding it easy to go and sell and get a reasonable price for your production?
Yeah, so look, it's an interesting business because we're cyclical, we're in oil and gas, so no different to retail or property or anything else. You have your cycles, and at the moment we're obviously through a cycle of very low pricing because of just that crush of demand that's happened because of the COVID-19 recession. We're quite hopeful that demand will pick up, and you're starting to see that through in spot markets internationally. So spot LNGs increasing, your spot prices domestically, and of course the contract prices will follow that. We've already contracted all of our calendar 21 volumes, and we've quite a lot of volume to sell in calendar 23 onwards, which of course, when that tightening of the East Coast gas market is forecast to happen. So look, we're here to help our customers, but the customers need to commit as well.
Yeah, well, Citi has actually upgraded Senex's net profit forecast based on its upgrade of the third quarter commodity prices. We'll leave that there because I know you won't get into any forecasting or any guidance going forward. However, Credit Suisse says that the next major catalyst could potentially be capital management for Senex shareholders, returning value to shareholders alongside the growth plans. You do have strong cash reserves, down slightly over the July quarter. What do you say to that? Capital management, Ian, on tap?
So I tell you what we've said to the market pretty continuously over the last few months after the back of this capital program. number one, strong balance sheet always, and we've seen a multitude of companies get into trouble with the balance sheet when you're in a cyclical industry. So making sure our leverage is clear. Secondly, looking after our shareholders through capital returns and capital management. So that's really to the crux of your question. And then thirdly, growth. And we're lucky that we've got quite a lot of reserves to grow from, but we're very focused on making sure that we look after our shareholders. You'll hear more about that in the coming months.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for that. We'll stay in touch, Ian. I know that you've touted the gas-led recovery, the so-called gas-led recovery. You know, the instant asset write-down has been likely a positive for Senex as well. Hey, Ian, how do you feel about border openings? I mean, still, we've got the border between Queensland and New South Wales closed. Do you think we need to open up the borders across this nation to really sort of get this recovery on track?
I think eventually we need to lead towards a more open economy. There's no question. The question is when and how. And you can't blame state governments for putting the health of their state constituents first. And I know we're in the middle of an election in Queensland, so it's a pretty hot topic here. But certainly, I think governments across Australia really need to get the economy booming again. And it's a long road back from here because of this crush of demand that's happened because of COVID-19, and we wish them well.
Let's see what happens after October 1st, hey? Ian Davies, Senex Energy Managing Director, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.